Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 124. This is the show where I recap my extremely boring week. So if you're the person that wants to get to know who I am, get to follow along on my journey as an artist, as a podcast producer, as somebody that's on the verge of a mental breakdown, this is the show that you would watch. No movie reviews. Not in this one. But yeah, it's been a week. How about that? It's been a week. It's been hot. It's been humid. I have been sleeping like garbage. Not only because of just the temperature. I mean, there is something about humid heat that just makes life so absolutely worthless. But also still dealing with back issues. Like the back issues I talked about last week are still an issue. Still, like, I'm having to, like, I wake up, I'm like having to roll. I'm like tossing and turning because it'll just be sleeping in one position. I'll start to get in pain and I'll wake up and I'll have to roll over or whatever until I start getting in pain in that other position and then wake up. But I've also been waking up like literally a minute before my alarm. So my roommate has a kid and I help out by driving the kid to school in the morning on some mornings when the baby daddy isn't to be bothered. The baby daddy doesn't live here, lives somewhere else. So I try to help out. And so I have to wake up early, which is fine. I've gotten used to waking up early, not drinking. Aside from, I didn't like stop. I'm not like sober, but I haven't drank regularly since the end of last year. I've only, here and there I've gotten alcohol and gotten drunk, and it's not the same. I don't recover the same way. It sucks. I don't know. I just kind of grew out of it. Finally, at 41, I finally grew out of drinking regularly. That's the cutoff, I guess. And so I don't mind. I can wake up early. It's just getting to bed early enough, which I can do that. And I just, for whatever reason, been sleeping like horrible. Either not being able to go to sleep, or literally just, I think part of it is psychologically knowing that I have to get up at a certain time. Like the anticipation of the alarm going off will make it so I don't actually sleep very well. And literally I've woken up multiple times and looked at my phone and it's a minute before the alarm goes off. And it's just horrible sleep. And even one day, like, I don't know if it's the weather or allergies or what, but like I was having tons of like phlegm issues. And I was like I have an issue where I get bronchitis pretty easily. And I think it's, I'll get like an ear infection or whatever. And then it gets into my lungs and I just don't know. I like basically just wake up and I'm sick for a month. And, I don't like that. It's a horrible thing to deal with. And I can feel it. I can feel it when it's in my lungs. And I could feel like just how oxygen doesn't absorb the same way. And I had a night where it's just like I felt like it was happening. And thankfully it was just one night and it went away. But it was just one other night where I was just not feeling great. And I think just the cumulative effects of being in pain, in general having back pain, and then also not sleeping great all week, I've been pretty depressed this week. Despite the fact that Friday, like I got horrible sleep Friday, and I woke up feeling hungover Friday. And like I said, I don't drink anymore. So when I wake up feeling hungover and I didn't drink the night before is like the worst curse reality the universe can give to me, is to feel hungover without drinking. It's like I would have rather have just gotten drunk the night before. That way I can justify the way I feel in the morning.
I want to take a quick break from the show to let you all know that there is official merch for the Ray Taylor Show. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com. You can get t-shirts, different artwork available, different designs, all on high-quality materials in all the sizes. There's also iPhone cases made of biodegradable material. That's right. This is not bad for the environment. This is good for the environment. So all of those designs that are available on t-shirts are also available on phone cases. Designed by me, sold by me. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com to support the Ray Taylor Show and promote it out in the world, so all of the people in your life can see that you are a fan of the Ray Taylor Show. Now, let's get back to that very show right now. But Friday I woke up and it's just like out of it, tired, and then had a headache almost all day. But for whatever reason, I was super productive on Friday as well. So I don't know how that worked out, but I got a lot of stuff done. I did a lot of updates on my YouTube page, youtube.com/inspireddisorder, as well as the YouTube clips page, which I don't think that has a URL because it doesn't have enough followers yet. But I did a lot of work on organizing that, basically trying to make it easier to search movie reviews, because I've been doing this show for 4 years now. And it's a daily show. And I do at least 1, 2, 3, maybe sometimes 4 movie reviews / TV reviews in a week. So hundreds of movie reviews. And trying to organize those. So what I did on that I've done on my website and also recently did on YouTube is I categorized those and did playlists based on genre. So there's some kind of organization in that way instead of just randomly browsing. So, for instance, I've been doing a lot of reviews of Indian films, right? I reviewed KGF Chapter 2 this week. My most popular episode of any podcast I've ever produced, my review of RRR, Indian film. That's what really inspired me to start watching and reviewing more Indian films in general. It's like, oh, there's an audience for this. Let's do some more. And they're great movies. So it's a win-win. I enjoy watching these movies, and there's an audience that enjoys listening to me talk about these movies. So there will be a playlist of all of the movies, the Indian films that I've reviewed, dramas, action, superhero, musical, Western, all of that stuff is in different categories. Also, I do movies within franchises. So if there's movies, I recently watched the 3 movies in the Blade franchise, Harold and Kumar, Jaws. I've done reviews of each individual movie. So if there's a franchise of movies you want to listen to me review the movies in that franchise, you can look it up that way as well. So I'm trying to make it easier for people to go back and watch old reviews that I've done of movies, because I do not just new releases, I do a lot of movies that are older. And part of that is just me trying to fill in the blind spots of movies that I just haven't seen. There's a lot of classic films that I haven't watched that I'm introducing myself to. There's musicals is a big genre of films, Western, another genre of films that I'm just not super familiar with. Recently, I've been this past week, watching a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies, just because, I've seen a couple of the standards like Psycho and, getting into the other movies that he's done and watching them in succession like I do really helps get me in the vibe of the director and makes me understand their work in a more in-depth way. And I want to be able for people to discover those reviews of mine and watch them and listen to them. So I did that on Friday. I also recorded, have not put out yet, because I'm trying to figure out what the best practices are to avoid any legal issues, doing reaction videos. So because there's a lot of movies that I just have not seen, I'm watching for the first time, I want to start doing reaction videos as I watch them. And I watched specifically and recorded my reaction video to Rope, the Alfred Hitchcock film. And so I'm like, I've edited one version of that, but because like I don't want to just have the movie playing, so I still have to do more research to see how other people produce these reaction videos. What I'll do is do like a cut down version of just the highlights of different moments of the movie that I had big reactions to, and then for the full version of the reaction video, have that available at Inspired Disorder Plus, so that make that part of like special benefits for people who sign up for Inspired Disorder Plus, which is basically like Patreon, but it's through my website, so it's not a third-party thing like Patreon is. But it gives you special benefits like being able to stream and binge the full week of this show ad-free. So there's a lot of benefits to signing up to Inspired Disorder Plus, and I want to add the full version. So if you want to watch Rope along with me, like I'm sitting next to you, you can do that, and or eventually. I need to figure out how all that stuff works. So was able to experiment a little bit this week as well. So that was, getting a lot of stuff done on my website and getting the kind of experimenting with reaction videos, because that's something that people have recommended I do, especially with the Indian films that I've watched, which I don't know if I'll do because I'm a slow reader and I have to pause the movie a lot to kind of follow along with stuff. So I don't know if I'll do it for Indian films right away. But just reaction videos in general, fairly easy content. I have the equipment to do it. So look forward to potentially seeing more of those in the future. Anything I can do to get more eyeballs on my content on YouTube to hopefully bring in some money that will allow me to survive in some way without having to give up on all this stuff and get a regular job that I will hate and try and I mean, I don't see me giving up on the show or my artwork anytime soon, but having to try and fit all of those things together along with a regular job would just be insane. Let's take a little break from the show to promote The Many Faces. That's right, I am also an artist. I do ink paintings on paper of abstract faces. A new face, a new painting gets released every single day over at inspireddisorder.com. So head on over to my website to purchase original artwork directly from the artist. Also, there are prints available for select images. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com, buy original art, buy prints if that's your jam, if you want 8x10 prints on high quality paper. Also, if you're looking to wear some art, there are shirts available with original artwork by myself. Select faces from The Many Faces are also available in t-shirt form. You go to inspireddisorder.com, you buy original artwork, you buy prints, you buy shirts. You're supporting an artist directly. And if you're the type of person that likes to invest in NFTs, there are also NFTs available for select faces. Go to inspireddisorder.com now. And now let's get back to the show. I also tried to watch the last season of Better Call Saul. The 6th and final season of Better Call Saul was released. I was not able to find it through any legal means aside from purchasing the season, which I'm not going to do. I figure I'll just wait until it comes out on Netflix, however long I'll have to wait. And I thought I had done a review of season 5, but I didn't. So I think what I'll do is just wait for whenever season 6. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers, so please do not spoil anything. Don't be an asshole. Don't spoil it for me. But I'm going to try and wait for that to just hit Netflix, and then I'll just binge watch the entire series of Better Call Saul and then roll that right into the entire series of Breaking Bad, and maybe I'll do reviews of each season as I go along. Or maybe I won't. Maybe it'll just be something I watch and enjoy on my own and not even do a podcast about it. But chances are I'll probably do reviews. I did a review of like a couple seasons. I think I did a review of season 4 of Better Call Saul, maybe season 3. But it's not something I've consistently done, so I don't feel bad about not being on point with it. But I'm excited to watch it. I've avoided. I think people think it's well received, but I don't know the details of what happened. I'm trying to hold off and go in as untainted as possible going into the last season. But anyway, that's been pretty much my week. You know, one thing I'm trying to get in the headspace, trying to build up momentum to do is, since the holidays, I know it's still summertime, still August, but before I know it, it's going to be the holidays. And I really want to have a lot of stuff for people to buy. Prints, shirts, maybe hoodies, other things for the holidays. You can buy gift certificates now. So if you want to purchase, like, say somebody is super into art, maybe they would be into my art. And but you don't want to necessarily purchase the painting for them, or you don't know if they want a print or a painting or a shirt or whatever it may be. You can purchase gift cards through my website and then give that to whoever, and then they can buy whatever they want with the gift card. So I want to try and get a bunch of that stuff up and available on the website. So hopefully, if I still have that same momentum, that same kind of energy that I had Friday, if I'm able to tap into that, maybe I'm in a place where my motivation is like peaking in a way where I can get a lot of stuff done. I'm hoping I can take advantage of that and get a lot of stuff done. So that's something I'm hopeful for. That's something I definitely want to get done, you know, as soon as possible, so people can start thinking about shopping for, and again, getting gift cards for the holidays, and support an artist directly from me. You're not going through a gallery. You're not purchasing stuff through Amazon. You're not buying mass-produced art. You're not buying mass-produced anything. This is like original artwork. This is like made-to-order prints and T-shirts. Like, these are things that come straight from the heart, straight to you, directly from the artist. And you're supporting me and supporting my livelihood. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate anybody that just watches this show. But if you want to support me in any other way, you know, financially, especially the holidays coming up, I know society is crumbling. But, you know, I haven't raised the price. There hasn't been inflation. If anything, I don't charge for shipping. So you're getting things at basically a deal. It just comes out of my end. Go to inspireddisorder.com. I mean, there's ads that I play through the show. Anyway, so that's been my week. I hope everybody else has been having a great week and taking care of yourself. And, you know, I'm excited for the weather to start cooling off. I am excited for October. I want to do a bunch of horror movie and top 5 movies that are related to horror movies. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the holidays just because it symbolizes something that's not the summertime, which is kind of just, I'm over it, living in the desert. But yeah, anyway, I hope everybody's having a great week.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.